Hi there, I'm Lean. LabVIEW is a programming language that was built for test, and one of the things that it excels at is creating user interfaces for test. LabVIEW has test-specific user interface elements that you can customize with ease. That means with a drag and drop, a few clicks of the mouse, and without having to write lines of code, you can build a custom user interface where you can monitor, control, and interact with your test within minutes. Now, you may not be a UI designer by practice, so having to learn how to code and develop and build user interfaces may not be the best use of your time. With LabVIEW, you can have a fully functioning user interface like this one set up within minutes. And with a shallower learning curve, you can then spend some more time customizing it to perfection. Now here we're looking at LabVIEW's front panel, which is essentially its user interface. It starts off as an empty gray space where you can add or insert your user interface elements. You can arrange them, resize them, change the colors, change the style, customize them to your needs, as you can see with clicks and drags and drops of the mouse. Now, when we think of a user interface, we're usually looking for elements that help you display information. And in LabVIEW, these are called indicators. And then elements that help you or help users input information. And we call these controls. Now, indicators and controls in LabVIEW can be found with a right click on the front panel. And examples of indicators are charts, graphs. You can have LEDs. You can have text boxes, text displays, and then for the numeric displays as well, including gauges and meters and more. And for controls, you can also have push buttons, text box inputs, and again, numeric controls, which also include sliders and knobs, and more. And all of these indicators and controls can be added in the same way, which is, let's try this one. Click, drag it, let's put it here, drop. And you can immediately start customizing it. You can change the scale, you can change the label, you can change its size, its position, and then you can also explore more options or more configuration menus with a simple right click. So here, let's explore the properties. Let's change the needle color. Let's make it this color. Perfect. It's easy to follow, let's say. And then I mentioned before that all of these elements are test specific, which means that if you need to do something, if you need to add a feature that you'll usually use in test, like a moving cursor on your graph, you'll likely find this almost like a built-in widget. So if we right click on our graph and check properties, you can see, oh, there's cursor. I can add one. I can change what it looks like. Let's change its color again. And we can also control what's visible. So let's make the cursor legend visible. And there we go. I have now a moving cursor that's right here. Let's see. There we go. So I have a moving cursor that I can use and interact with my test while it's running. And I didn't have to spend half a day writing code for this in another programming language. Okay, so now let's delete that knob that I just added, and let's run our program. And here we go. I have a fully functioning system or a fully functioning user interface where I'm monitoring my results. I'm interacting with it as the test runs. There we go. So because you don't have to write lines of code for any of this, you can develop your test faster with LabVIEW. And as it's all customizable, you can customize this and tailor your user interface so that it's more familiar and easier to use by your operators, reducing any training time that they may need. On top of that, you can change your user interface on the fly to get immediate feedback from operators, helping you with your UI design. So for example, if an operator tells you, oh, the stop button actually needs to be a little bit bigger so that we can press it a little bit faster, you can change it on the spot get their feedback immediately. Once the design is agreed upon, you can lock up the user interface, you can deploy the application, and it's ready to use. In summary, LabVIEW's innate front panel, with its collection of test-specific display and control elements, helps you build a custom user interface within minutes, reducing your development time. Thanks for watching.